Hello there and welcome back. So today I want to introduce you guys to your final assignment for the CBE English 355. So for the final assignment, you will take your annotated bibliography and your position paper from Unit 2 and you're going to turn it in to a digital poster session. So in this digital poster session, you will notice that the length is only 300 to 600 words of text. So you may say, oh, this assignment's going to be simple. In a pinch, I'll have it done. Just beware, often online design and designing in platforms can maybe take a lot more time than you think. For the video for this assignment sheet, I'm not going to read the assignment sheet to you because you should be able to read it yourself, but I'm going to cover some very, very key important content. The first thing is that you absolutely have to use your annotated bibliography and your synthesis or position paper from Unit 2. So if you go out and find all this new information from the poster session, it's going to be too overwhelming for you to complete this in the time frame given to you. So during the last few weeks of this course, you'll design this poster session. We already talked about why seminars and conferences are so important. This is something that maybe in the future you would think about for a capstone project, for degree requirements, something that you would be more interested in exploring in grad school, or this would also just give you a good real world practice for when you go out to your own conference or seminar. So the purpose of this assignment is to advertise your research into a visually pleasing representation. Again, you could use this someday in the future. And the purpose of this assignment is just really to give you practice at preparing for a seminar or conference in the health or science field. You may find that you need to prepare a presentation, an elevator pitch, a digital or visual presentation. So this is just good practice. Rather than doing an in-person poster session, another big thing is that this assignment will conform to the professional poster session internet session. So as I will refer to it for the rest of this unit, I call it the digital poster session. Also really like what Colorado State University said. They said professionals prepare posters about their own original work and post them on the web. Instead of walking around viewing others' posters at a conference, participants of the virtual poster session view other research and ask questions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn more about conferences, seminars, what goes in a poster session, how to condense text, what kinds of graphics you want in it, formatting with short sentences and bullet points, and visual design. The next thing that we're really going to look into is platforms for designing. Platforms that I really recommend would be Microsoft PowerPoint, Pages if you have a Mac or an iPad, or also Publisher. There's also some templates that we'll look at together later this unit too. So important information that your poster session should include. The big things are obviously the title and your name at the top, a description of your topic. 300 to 600 words is our big limit for text on your poster. At least 3 graphics, proper headings and subheadings, short chunks of text. You don't want viewers to look at your poster session and just be overwhelmed by the amount of information and words on it. Color scheme, white space, and then also a one-page document that will be your elevator pitch. I'm not going to go through these 10 writing strategies. You can read things on your own. A big thing that we're going to be doing and spending a lot of time on is focus. So how do you make your digital poster session focused and clear? The big first thing is that you cannot use more than 600 words of text. We will be doing a lot of condensing through activities in this unit, and also really trying to figure out what the meat and potatoes are from your position paper and your annotated bibliography. The less text is better, so really in that 300 to 600 word range. I didn't want to give students like a 100 word range It's already going to be very difficult for some of you to trim your work down to this short, but the less words, the better. Another really big thing to consider is your audience. So you are not a 40-year-old doctor with, 10 years experience being a doctor. You are a CBE student at Lord's University, and you will be presenting to other CBE students at Lord's University. So when you think about technical jargon, your topic, you need to make sure that another university student can understand and comprehend this information. So just with technical language and jargon, you really need to make sure that an average young adult can easily understand what you're trying to convey in your poster session. Organization and design, we will be focusing a lot on this. A big thing to make sure that you meet the objectives of this assignment will be to view as many examples as possible. So information should flow from left to right, top to bottom. Headings and subheadings, just as in an academic traditional paper, they can also really help establish flow for your poster session. And then design, white space, everything like that. Clarity, since you have little space to explain your ideas, you should communicate your main ideas quickly and clearly. Keep these 3 points in mind. Jargon, I would just try to avoid it as much as possible. And then sentence length and connections. How can you keep it as short as possible? And then how can you combine chunks to show a relationship? There's also a bunch of resources here. We'll cover a bunch of these. The next big thing that I want to cover is for the rubric for this assignment. So some people might say, how are you going to grade me on this assignment? It seems kind of subjective. Here's exactly what I'm looking for with the digital poster sessions. So in order to get a exceptional grade for focus, you would need the less than 600 words. It would need to be condensed information from Unit 2, and it only needs to be the meat and potatoes. So it's not 4 random topics thrown together. It's really the main gist of your position paper. For audience, could other CBE students understand it, or do you have a bunch of jargon that's 20-letter words that no one knows about? Did you clearly present information? Is it appropriate, creative, well-designed elevator pitch? That's the one-page document you're going to turn in. Organization and design. So you use a approved platform from the list, and there'll be a big presentation about platforms. If it is not on there, you got approval from the professor for this course. Clear title and headings, appropriate use of text and graphics, and information flows well. So clarity, it's visually appealing. You didn't put like a cat background or a Star Wars background or just something that's really heavy and unrelated, or like heavy as in visually heavy on the eyes, and something that's related to your topic. Appropriate text chunking, so 90% of your poster isn't text. It should be bigger text, easy to read, short sentences, or bullet points. And then for creativity, student clearly spent time designing their poster, and appropriate color scheme and graphics. If you have any other questions about this assignment or how you will be graded, feel free to contact me. Make sure that you review this assignment sheet several times throughout working on this assignment. Email if you have any questions, or make sure that you reach out.